Well, this is important because it allows you to have logistical capacity, right? So when you have e-commerce platforms, you want to pay attention to that. So in today's conversation, I want to compare and contrast four players in the e-commerce fulfillment space. So we have ShipBob, Stored, Flexe, and Flowspace. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Studio Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka, and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to compare and contrast four players in the e-commerce fulfillment space, okay? So we have ShipBob, Stored, Flexe, and Flowspace. Let's start with Flowspace. So when you think about Flowspace, I want you to think about a new type of software platform that powers e-commerce, okay? We love the fact that this is a player that helps brands accelerate sales, scale operations, and meet post-purchase expectations of fast, affordable delivery. What this means is that they are actually there trying to help you. They're trying to power you to deliver your products fast. They're trying to optimize the delivery channels all the time. We love the fact that they have fast, affordable, and omni-channel fulfillment. So they have four main features that we love a lot. You have order management, so you can track inbound and outbound shipments to and from your fulfillment centers across the country. You have inventory planning, so you have real-time insights and recommendations that empower you to forecast inventory needs with confidence. This is important when it comes to inventory management, okay? You have network optimization, so you have a connected network that spans the entire country. So Flowspace is able to give you in real time, this is important, in real time, the optimal fulfillment centers for you, based on your target audience, okay? And you also have customer insights. So with Flowspace, you access data and unlock insights that help you optimize your entire supply chain management. So this is what we're talking about here. We are talking about optimization. We are talking about continuous optimization here, okay? And Flowspace is kind of different because they give you that real-time optimization strategy. And we love the fact that they do have they have a constellation of integrations, okay? So if you look right now, you can integrate with shopping carts, you can integrate with marketplaces or retail stores as you grow. So this is not just online, but also offline. Let's talk about fulfillment. So Flowspace makes order fulfillment very easy. They increase revenue, they drive sales, and they meet customer expectations of speedy, seamless delivery with Flowspace. They have software, they have modules within the software that allows them to do that, okay? And now, how does this software work? Well, basically, you just connect your brand with Flowspace, and so you can connect your storefront, shopping carts, e-commerce marketplaces, and more to the Flowspace platform, okay? And once you have that, you have fast, flexible fulfillment. So once you connect your brand with Flowspace, you can optimize inventory. So inbound products to fulfillment centers. Okay, so they have their algorithm that will help with that. Third, you need to automate omni-channel operations. So omni-channel order management and logistics. Okay, there's a platform that takes care of that. Number four, you want to ensure fast, affordable fulfillment through Flowspace. Okay, so this is really good. And in terms of pricing, one thing I need to say before talking about pricing, you also need to modernize your supply chain through data. This is what it is, because as a brand, you need multiple distributed fulfillment locations in order to enable the 1 and 2 day shipping that customers expect, right? And you got to do that affordably. So Flowspace can help you with that. Now, I'm also showing you right now on the screen when it comes to pricing, you have to schedule a demo for more information. So you got to reach out to them and they have to get back to you. Let me talk to you about Flexe, folks. So again, we are speaking about e-commerce order fulfillment, and we are sort of reviewing those innovative players. And Flexe is kind of cool. Flexe, they are located in Seattle, and the cool thing here is that when you think about Flexe, I want you to think about the intersection of logistics and technology. So they have a technology-powered omni-channel logistics programs, okay? And we love the fact that more brands are using them. So what is the approach with Flexe here? So you have logistics networks designed to grow and adapt. In other words, when you have an omni-channel strategy, you don't want to be stuck in an omni-channel logistics program. You want flexibility. You want a program that is nimble, and that's what Flexe offers. Okay, so they have networks and technology combined. They have transactionally priced and enterprise-grade programs, and they have so when you think about Flexe, you have 4 programs to think about. You have Flexe same-day delivery, Flexe fulfillment, Flexe distribution, and Flexe capacity. So same-day means that you are basically making sure your customers get fast, free delivery. Okay, you have Flexe fulfillment, so they are helping you fulfill your orders quickly. Flexe distribution, you have B2B distribution simplified, so stockouts mean lost sales. So Flexe is helping you avoid those stockouts. Okay, and Flexe capacity means that you are adding capacity fast, so you're not having disruptions in your supply chain. So this is really good. What we love with Flexe is their logistics network, the modern logistics network they have. So you're basically expanding, you're basically scaling without investing billion, because you are relying on Flexe logistics networks. So this is a network that connects retailers and brands to one of the largest networks of distribution and fulfillment centers, transportation and parcel carriers. Okay, so you're able to use your money differently. You're able to make smarter use of capital with a flexible logistics network. You don't have to invest in the infrastructure. Flexe has already built it for you. Okay, you can reduce middle mile transportation costs, so things like warehousing and fulfillment in every market. You can add fast, you can really act quickly and at scale. You can run multiple logistics programs simultaneously. This is important. The fact that you can do all those things simultaneously, and you have a unified network and transactional pricing. Okay, so you basically add in fulfillment centers anywhere. This is really good. Okay, because the Flexe logistics network includes world-class fulfillment providers across North America, so you can execute and optimize enterprise-grade e-commerce operation across as many locations as necessary to improve delivery promises, manage peak season demands, or launch new products. So when you think about Flexe, you want to think about a player that aims to become, at least in a few years now, the world's largest logistics network. Okay, and they have the tools for that, and you just basically, when you go through them, you're basically avoiding multiple negotiations and systems integrations. You just tap into the largest network of warehousing and transportation providers. Okay, and again, when we talk about Flexe, we're talking about everything connected by the same logistics platform. Fantastic. So in terms of pricing, as you can see on the screen, you need to contact them for more information. Let me quickly talk to you about Stored. Okay, Stored is another player that we love here. One thing you need to understand is that Stored's main goal is to optimize your supply chain while helping you cut inefficiencies in it. And this is really important. So Stored is trying to make your supply chain a competitive advantage. The thing is, a lot of players, either e-commerce sellers, B2B players, B2C players, entrepreneurs, online entrepreneurs, everybody is trying to optimize their supply chain, but nobody is using it as a competitive advantage. And this is what Stored is trying to help you do. In other words, they have intelligent supply chain orchestration. We love that. We love the fact that they're basically, we all know the classic problem, right? So you are basically, you want a very efficient supply chain. You don't want to lose sales. You want to control your 3PL strategy, your third-party logistics strategy. And Stored is trying to intelligently orchestrate, scale, and optimize your supply chain from a single connected platform. That's what we love. The fact that you have a centralized connection is pretty good. Okay, so Stored is constantly moving forward, always moving forward. So they are trying to help you. So you want to make your supply chain your competitive edge with endlessly elastic and optimized port-to-porch logistics. Think about that. In your P2P logistics, what we call P2P, your port-to-porch logistics, okay? From shipping to delivery. And so you have 4 core activities. When you think about Stored, you got to think about fulfillment. They have freight, they have software, and they have cloud supply chain. And in today's review, we are focusing exclusively on their fulfillment business. Okay, so when it comes to store fulfillment, you want to ship fast and you want to grow faster. So omni-channel warehousing and fulfillment designed to unlock your competitive advantage. Okay, what we love it is that with Stored, you are trying to have flexible, fast, and fully connected. Okay, so you are covered no matter what you sell, where you ship, and how fast you grow. Think about that in terms of scalability. This is just fantastic. Okay, so you have fulfillment that fuels growth. Okay, so and you do this from port to porch. You also have the most fulfilling partner in terms of flexibility. So you have extraordinary flexibility in terms of your logistical approach. You have capacity that scales with you. This is important. You want a player that grows with you, and you have a complete port to porch omni-channel coverage. Okay, this is really good. And services include B2B fulfillment, B2C fulfillment, dedicated warehousing, kitting, custom packaging. Okay, this is really good. And you also have parcel shipping with deep volume discounts, freight transportation, FTL and LTL, cross docking, forward stocking, retail distribution, pallet in, pallet out. Okay, your PIPO strategy, control tower dashboard, integration to your ERP, sales, channels, and XMS. Okay, so when we think about Stored, you want to think about the fact that Stored has offerings, reach. So in terms of offerings, they have a complete I would say a comprehensive offer. Their reach is nationwide. They can deploy very fast. They have a large footprint. They have B2B distribution, B2B fulfillment, innovation, and automation. Okay, they have parcel. They also have custom packaging. This is good. And in terms of pricing, you can see here on the screen, you need to contact them. Last but not the least, let's talk about ShipBob. Okay, we have actually reviewed ShipBob on other shows, but in this shows we really want to do another quick analysis of this player. So when you think about ShipBob, you want to think about a company that is constantly modernizing its platform, adapting it to the growing world of e-commerce. Okay, so ShipBob makes it possible for startups, crowdfunding ventures, and other nascent or non-traditional operations to access a well-established network of warehouses and logistics solutions. So if you are new or you are an established business where you want to actually enter the established business that FedEx, that UPS, that DHL, and other biggies have been dominating for years, ShipBob could be a great gateway for you. Okay, and they have a platform that is built to accommodate growth, so your services and discounts scale in tandem so your business will grow with their services. Okay, and so we actually recommend ShipBob for e-commerce retailers, direct-to-consumer brands, solopreneurs who have outgrown their in-house fulfillment operation, crowdfunding ventures, health products, food and beverage, cosmetics, and medical goods. Okay, now this list here is not exhaustive, but this is what we believe is actually absolutely the best. Okay, and so you want to use an alternative to ShipBob. For example, if you're trying to ship or you're trying to fulfill orders relating to high value, heavy, fragile, or oversized products. If you have slow moving products or businesses with a low sale to SKU ratio, this is important. And if you have B2B sales, you might want to use another player. And if you are an Amazon focused seller, you might actually lose for another player, because ShipBob cannot fulfill Amazon Prime or seller fulfill Prime orders, which is a big factor for Amazon centric sellers who place a lot of weight on the covered Prime badge. Now, this might change in the future, but right now this is their business model. Okay, so when you think about ShipBob, here's an overview here. Okay, in terms of pros, you have free order management software and low-cost shipping. You have 2-day discounted ground shipping anywhere within the continental U.S. You have a wide network of 22 U.S. and 5 international fulfillment centers for efficient distribution. You have FDA-certified climate control and product handling. You have the software that provides high levels of visibility into order and inventory statuses. Okay, the cons is not ideal for slow-moving products or businesses with low sale to SKU ratios. They cannot fulfill Amazon SFP orders. They're not optimized for B2B sales, and no refrigeration or frozen warehousing for cold chain compliance. Okay, and so when you think about ShipBob, you want to think about warehousing, order fulfillment, international fulfillment, shipping, multi-channel capabilities, customer service, startup friendliness and scalability, simple onboarding, integration, integrations, management systems, and special services. This is really good. And you also want to think about, here are ShipBob integrations. You have e-commerce platforms and marketplaces, Shopify, BigCommerce, WooCommerce, Amazon, and so on and so forth. You have freight and shipping solutions, DHL, FedEx, UPS, USPS, and so on and so forth. You have operations, inventory, and order management. You have returns management, Happy Returns, Loop Returns, Returnly, etc. You have accounting, tax, and financing through Kickbay, for example. You have crowdfunding. And the ShipBob is very easy to use. They have a great support system. Error policies are in place. They have an accuracy ratio of nearly 100%. This is really good. Great customer service, and they're transparent. Okay. In terms of pricing, you can see on the screen their pricing. If you need more information, contact them. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sorted Kiwi Show. I have compared and contrasted 4 players today, and now it's time to decide. Let's talk about decision here. ShipBob versus Stored versus Flexe versus Flowspace. Which one should you pick? Well, it really depends. So when we analyze e-commerce fulfillment companies, we pay attention to a few things, okay? Now, there are, I would say, 6 to 8 important factors that you want to pay attention to when you want to choose whether you want to go with ShipBob, Stored, Flexe, or Flowspace. First, you want to think about shipping speeds. And this applies to any player in that space, not just those 4 players, okay? What are the shipping speeds? Remember, Amazon Prime, for example, has a 2-day delivery speed. Now, this could be the new norm, which means what? Modern consumers are expecting faster shipping speeds than ever before. So can your supplier, can your e-commerce fulfillment order provider meet that 2-day speed? This is important. What about the location of fulfillment warehouses? Okay, it's clear that clients expect lightning fast shipping speeds, and naturally, an important component of this process is the proximity of the fulfillment warehouse to the customer, right? You want to think about the features of the order fulfillment software. In other words, let's say you are a player, you are a B2B or B2C right now, you're an e-commerce business owner. You've got a lot going on. You don't want to, you need to pay attention to key features of the software to make sure the software does what it is supposed to do, right? So you're already using various digital tools, applications, and platforms throughout your day-to-day operations. So the last thing you would want to do is implement yet another software that's slow, disorganized, and nearly impossible to figure out. So for this reason, it's important to not only do your research on the fulfillment company you are thinking about working with, but you also want to make sure that the order fulfillment software that they're using can integrate very well with your existing brands, okay? What about transparency and visibility? This is also important. This is the 4th element you want to pay attention to. So there are so many companies out there selling similar products. So determining which ones are actually worth buying can be an overwhelming task for consumers, okay? So you want to do your research online. You want to listen to shows like this that actually go in depth in terms of reviews. You basically want to pay attention to reviews, of course. And so one thing you need to understand is that you want to go with a company you can trust or others have trusted in the past. This is really important. So shipping speeds, location of fulfillment warehouses, features of order fulfillment software, transparency, and visibility. You also want to pay attention to branding options. Okay, this is important because, again, the whole thing is to captivate the customer's attention, right? So you're not the only one selling the products. You are part of a competitive space that is constantly evolving. So your goal is to differentiate yourself. So you want to make sure that the order fulfillment provider that you choose can actually enable or even empower your branding. This is important, okay? Modern customers are more likely to engage with brands who personalize their experience. So a custom tailored, fun, and exciting user experience will delight your customers and make them want to purchase from you again and again and again. So this is important, okay? And think about packaging options, okay? So when we talk about branding, we say it's important, but along with branding, you want to choose a fulfillment center with a wide variety of packaging options depending on the product you are shipping, okay? Remember, not all boxes are created equal, so you want to be sure that you have your pick of packaging. So this is important. And one thing that you also want to, in addition to packaging, sometimes it's what's on the inside that counts. So please make sure that you choose the right insulation materials too, okay? Whether that's styrofoam, peanuts, corrugated paper, foam rolls, shredded paper, bubble wrap, or air pillows. It really depends. Think also about returns management. So what I'm trying to say is, before you make a decision about ShipBob, Storage, Flexe, or Flowspace, think about their returns management strategy, okay? You don't want a fulfillment center to be hands-off once they have shipped the products. After all, you should expect 25% to 35% returns in e-commerce. People actually return stuff all the time, and some returns are uncontrollable. In other words, a customer simply didn't like the product. However, a reputable fulfillment company will work with you on returns management to mitigate controllable returns, those that could potentially be reduced or eliminated through better forward logistics. So this is important. And the other element, the other criterion you need to base your decision upon is cost. Okay. Now, you want to do business with a new company. It's important to understand their cost. It's important that they are transparent with their pricing, and that you want costs that actually scale with you. You want costs that scales with you. What I'm trying to say here is that you don't want to spend a lot at the beginning, but you wouldn't mind actually paying more if your e-commerce operations actually is growing, right? So this is kind of cool. You don't want to go with players that want to have a fixed cost. You want to go with the players that want you to have a variable cost from the get-go, so that you can actually limit your investments and your risks also. All right, so after evaluating ShipBob, Storage, Flexe, and Flowspace, our pick is ShipBob. We have ranked ShipBob 10 over 10, Flowspace 9.5 over 10, Flexe 9 over 10, and Stored 8.5 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention, folks. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.